Welcome to Love, Sex, and Marriage.
Triceps. Yeah. Whitey twine. See, I was the one who picked you up when so-called friends let you down. And I was the one who took you in when the fools kicked you out. You know that song, huh?
Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton. Who know that song? Somebody tell me who that song. Who know that song? She was my best friend.
I remember it, but I don't know who sung it.
With me through thick and thin. Sisters to the very end. And I can't believe it, can't believe it, can't believe it. This is Mr. Big. How you doing, Mr. Big? What the heck is going on? What you mean, what's going on? Kelly's telling me that you're sleeping
with another woman.
Just because she sees me with it doesn't mean I'm sleeping with it. Sharon and I do not listen to the same type of music.
No, it's just so long ago. Like, I have to dig that out. That's all the way in the back of my brain.
It is.
Like, I haven't listened to that since I was little.
Well, when you came up with the concept of you're not the woman that he wants, I thought about that. Like, because in that song, R. Kelly was dating another woman.
Right.
And she called Mr. Big, who was her godfather. Mm-hmm. And she said, he's sleeping around.
Right.
And I would like for you to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me being a grown person, I realized Mr. Big had no business calling R. Kelly. Who she should have called also was, she should have called her attorney. And said, hey, where there's smoke, there's fire. He's sleeping around me. I don't want him no more. Therefore, I would like to file for a divorce. She called her father-in-law or
godfather.
This is gonna start a street war. Like, why did you do that? Nihu. Okay. So Starkeisha says, if you're not sleeping with her, what the heck you doing? See, Starkeisha, no. She know. Well, he said, I could be just talking to her, or you can be just creeping with her.
Oh.
Now, son, man to man.
Starkeisha must have just listened to that yesterday.
Wait a minute. And you, no. What's up, D? Yeah, so today we're talking about you're not the woman that he wants.
Right.
There are some clear indications when men want you and when they don't. A lot of times they don't want you. Who are you? You are not your pussy. You are not your pussy. You are the soul and spirit inside of your body. That's who you are.
Correct.
You are not just your pussy. So I might want your pussy, or I might want what you can do for me, but I am not interested in the real you.
Correct.
So you gotta figure out, who am I first? Mm-hmm. And is the person attracted to me, or are they attracted to what I can do for them?
I see. So
I've had this experience where I was only attracted to a woman based off of what she could do for me. Right? Actually, every woman that I've ever dated, legitimately, until I met you, I did not know enough about myself to get to know who they are.
I see.
Only thing I knew is, I was just in love. She said, quit saying pussy. Use another term. Punani. You are not your punani. But you are another, you are a spirit and a soul inside of your body. Mm-hmm. Now, your pussy is a big part of you. You feel me? You feel me?
You're not gonna stop.
It's a big part of you. Like,
right.
Don't get it twisted. That little thing got some power. We did a video.
Oh, I know. You call it the juice box or something.
Yeah, juice box. Yeah, that's what they call it. The snatch. Your snatch. Your juice box. They call it the box. The box.
Box.
You are not just your box. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but we did a video this week talking about, that little box got some power.
Right.
You know what I mean? It has some power whether to get you walk down the aisle or not. You got a couple boxes on you. We got this box and you got that box.
don't know where your
Work
fingers been
your
at.
boxes. I know exactly where they've been. Okay. All right. Now.
No.
So and you are the first woman who I've ever when I met you, I was mature enough to look at other parts of you that would help me. You feel me? Like, and so because I knew that you are ultimately what I needed, it made me stop talking to the other women and hone in on you. Mm-hmm. You became my girlfriend first. I was so afraid of like even claiming a commitment. Like I was like, no, we're friends. Like you tell a story, and I'm gonna let you talk. I'm sorry. We tell a story when we was in the barbershop, and the barber thought you was the nanny. Like,
so we goes in the barbershop. He goes, oh, introduce me to your friend. He said, oh, this is the babysitter.
She got mad. Like,
babysitter. I was like,
I don't want people in my business.
Right. I'm like, why don't you just tell him? Like, you don't have to say that we're serious, but like, oh, we're just talking or whatever. But like, babysitter. I was so mad at him.
What about my one dude that came through? I just was so afraid of commitment. Like,
he just couldn't keep it real. I feel like, why you gotta lie?
Right. You don't got to lie, Craig. Right. You don't got to lie.
Right.
I don't know. It was just my fear of commitment that was really making me lie, because I felt like at the end of the day, I don't want to be committed because I'm not sure about you yet. You know what I mean? And through the sequence of events that end up happening, I ended up appreciating you more. We met in November. We got together before Christmas. I remember before Christmas because
it was before Christmas. It was in early December, I think.
Right, December 2009. Yeah, that's when I first laid eyes on you. That's when you came to my house. Tried to take your draws. I remember that. We got married 7 months later. 7 months. I was in a relationship before you 4 years. So, you know, I bet that they are wondering, what was it about me that didn't get
it's
you?
It's the juice box. The juice box.
Should I be cabbage patching to the juice box? Should I be cabbage patching to the juice box?
I don't know why you so in the 90s. Come on now. Get on now.
Whatever. I don't know. But it wasn't. It is the box. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not gonna lie. But more.
It's what you could offer.
It's also you.
Personality.
Your essence. Right. If the box stopped working, I would still be faithfully married to you. Because I'm in this thing till sickness and health. Until death do us part. That's just the way I roll. I don't know about everybody else. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm in this. And,
so what about a guy who's been married for 20 plus years and they decide, I don't want you no more. Yeah. And they get up and go marry someone else. And go have a whole nother relationship.
That happens?
It happens.
What, you mean, married for 20 years?
Yeah.
Well, have you ever eaten the same thing every day for years? Or even for days? I dare you to go 7 days and eat the exact same meal every day. I don't care if it's your favorite meal. You'll start feeling like, this is enough. And it won't be your favorite no more. Like, that's how people can do it, because marriage gets boring. So you have to constantly, be metamorphosizing with your spouse.
That's true.
You have to get in your cocoon. Like,
if one person isn't changing and the other one is, you can grow apart. I could definitely see that. That's why when, he's reading something or we're watching something on TV that's going to change us for the better, we invite each other. Come sit down, come watch this. So and we're on the same page. Right. So yeah, you definitely want to grow together. But yeah, so if you're single, I would say work on you. Work on getting to know you. Work on being a wife. Like, a lot of people feel like, oh, when I get married, when you put that ring on me, then I'll be a wife. Like, they think like how you felt, like how some fairy dust comes down. You're like, oh, and then I'll stop being attracted to girls.
I legit felt that.
Women feel like fairy dust comes down and then you turn into a wife. No, you're a wife before you get married. So men are looking for wives.
Right.
A real man is looking for wives.
Right.
So that's why I always tell everyone, and probably like, what are you talking about? Like, hang out with other married couples. Get their swag. you know, if you don't know what a wife is, you could learn. You could pick it up from other wives. Start hanging around them. So that would be my recommendation. What do you recommend?
I do. I actually had that conversation today about, you know, not being attracted. Some young men were trying to teach me about Snapchat. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, they were teaching me about it because you said that there was naked women on there. So I downloaded the app immediately.
Not naked. You know? I said they could get naked on there. They
so I downloaded the app.
Snapchat. I don't like them on Snapchat.
You know, you
get
said
off
it
Snapchat.
was naked girls immediately, but I don't understand it because I feel like an old dude. Like, so he was
pervert.
No, I just feel old. Like the app is like, it's
weird.
It's
more younger.
Yeah, it's like a
crowd.
real. I'm like, okay, but where your profile at? Like,
yeah, I don't get on there.
They're looking at me like you don't have a profile. I was like, well, what?
So what do you do on here? I don't mess with Snapchat at all.
So he was teaching me about it, right? So I said, my wife said that there were some naked girls on there. Could you please get the naked girls out?
Not for you to look at it so you won't go in there.
Yeah.
I was trying to preserve your eyes.
So he was laughing, right? He was like, no, but you're married, like. So I stopped the conversation. I waited for him to get, he was laughing so hard. I waited for him to get his laugh out, and I was like, I said, you know, when I got married, I legitimately thought like you. You feel me? So I thought that, you know, it was going to be the end of me being attracted to other women.
Right.
Which is one of the agents that kept me from getting married. Because I felt like, you know, these certain things are going to have to stop. Well, you know, July the 11th, after we said I do, I saw a big booty and was like, huh? Like, I'm not supposed to feel like this. You feel me?
Right.
And I said, oh, okay. So I battled that for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? And then I finally, you know, I confided in you as a friend and to let you know, like,
these booties just don't go away.
These booties is excellent. And I'm glad that you were a friend enough to say, she do got a big booty. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I could be your friend. I don't have to hide it. Cause
right.
It just would have been suppressing. And I would have been trying to shoot my shot.
Women are open. I'm not saying you got to be a lesbian or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if you're not open to listening to your mate, it just makes them, like you said, suppress it. And then when you suppress it, you act on it. You know what I mean? Eventually. Or you possibly can. You know?
Just think about it. Some of the worst behaved children are those children whose parents were strict.
Right.
I know crackheads with great parents. I know murderers. I know with great parents.
How did this happen?
People have great parents.
Right.
But they was too strict.
Right.
And what they did was they suppressed their desires so much that when they got out in the world, they didn't know how to handle themselves.
Right.
Because you didn't even get exposed. Even the flu shot is a little bit of the flu. Mm-hmm. You feel me? They give you a little bit of the flu so that when you get in the world, you won't die from it.
Right.
Takesha says, sometimes a person grooms someone, then they move on. It happens. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. I know I've made a couple women very upset when I married you. But that's, you know, I said, you know, I'm going to give myself to you. So you will be all right. Gon' get, like.
But, you know, we all had some bad situations or, you know, some experiences before we got married that you be like, that wasn't for me.
Right.
Now that I'm married, I'm like, I'm happy they left. You know what I mean? Because they weren't for me. I have exactly what I need. And so sometimes you go through situations and at the time you like, you know, I wish they was this. I wish they was that. But if you got to wish and hope that there's something else, they're not for you.
True.
You know, the person that you're supposed to be with, they'll be exactly what you need.
True.
And that's the person. It's coming. It's coming. You just got to be patient. And that was my thing, is my patience. I was like, now. And it happens when you least expect it.
Right. She said, yes, it is best to know yourself. You're too busy trying to groom someone and not completely knowing yourself. About time you find yourself, your mate leaves for someone who likely already knows themselves. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. I say no, Takesha, and you gotta love you. Mm-hmm. You gotta love you like for instance, when I exercise, for the first hour of my exercise, I'm alone. And then the second hour, my guys come and they help me. Feel me? But people probably wondering, like, okay, how you spend time by yourself? Because I like me.
Right.
I love me. When Sharon's not around, I love me. Now, I've missed the crap out of you. Legit.
Right.
But I love me.
Right.
I love me some me. Which is why it's easy for me to make friends. It's so easy for me to make friends that I purposely don't talk to females. Because I feel like men and women can't be friends. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be a countdown to somebody taking their clothes off. Because we men and you a woman.
Right.
You going to like me because I'm the man, you know? And then, or I'm going to like you because you the woman, like, you know? So I don't do that.
Right.
I just take precautions. I always got my headphones on. And it just is what it is, like, you know? So I just take precautions because I know, like, you know. And then, like, you, my friend, we are going way past that. Now, the purpose of these videos are to get people to like marriage enough to, what's up, Dino, to get married and to stay married. We want
Correct.
you to get married, we want you to stay married, and we want you to become the woman for him. Now, why do I say the woman for him? Because men are, we talked about the statistics of 80% of men, 90% of men will never walk up to you and talk to you.
True.
Ever. 90%. So, if you are a man that's considered like an alpha male, like myself, who I'll go up to you necessarily. I didn't have to come up to you because you know. I mean, not to be braggadocious, but you saw it for yourself. It was like monster. Anyway, so
that's in these videos.
yeah.
I don't want nothing.
But 90% of men are not going to come up to you, so you have to kind of develop that within yourself.
Right.
You have to be the end all be all at the end of the day. You got to be smart. You got to be sexy. You got to be making good money. You got to be confident. You got to be everything. Really.
Right.
It's a shame that women have to be all that.
It's because we only have a small selection of men, especially if you want a black man to pick from. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
it's true.
Yeah.
So, we do have these t-shirts. Biceps, triceps, yeah, baby. Okay, and so you can get these on love-sex-marriage. So, baby, don't show them all my stuff. Don't show them all my stuff. I need you to have a sit down, you know?
So, make sure that you tag someone, love our videos, and share our videos because if we get big, marriage gets big.
But you can't get big without Jesus.
Yes.
And it's hard to have a great marriage without Jesus.
Right.
Please believe me, 50% pride and 50% fail. So until next time, we do love you.